Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card Ripping Teacher. I know it's been a moment, and I'll tell you what, I've been hot. It has nothing to do with the cards. It's definitely been the heat. The past few days at Wrigley Field, I mean, it was a war of attrition. How some of these older guys, they have 40, one or two have like 50 years of seniority. How they do it, they're barely shuffling around the park, hardly selling anything. They definitely probably should have stayed home. In fact, I saw a couple of them sitting in the 100 section, sitting in a seat that had a little bit of shade. That's not the time to be working. It was hot out there. Hydration is key. I mean, I was filling up water bottles the nights before leading up to it, having those little liquid IV or, what's the stuff that the kids take? Pedialyte packs, just putting those in your water, and also eating while you're working. That was key. But I tell you what, when I came home yesterday, I just sat down after dinner and fell asleep. And then that's where I woke up much later in the evening. But definitely feels good now to have a few days off. The Cubs had a 5-4 homestand, not terrible, but looking to get some stuff done in St. Louis this weekend. So big stuff. I'm going to have a couple videos this week just because of so much mail I've received. Brandon Jensen, he has sent me this huge packs of cards. And, there's 1992 Series 2 Upper Deck Football right there. All World CFL trading cards. O-Pee-Chee 1992 Upper Deck Hockey tamper-proof packing right there. Holy cow, this is just amazing. 1990 Pro Set. Stickers. I love stickers. So definitely, I'll put one of these on the school water bottle. Maybe not that one. They may make home my personal collection, but I love that right there. And I do remember he pulled this in one of the pack battles, so I love that card right there. Be on my office when I do get back to school. I mean, office is my desk pretty much. I really don't have an office, just a classroom. 1997 Pinnacle. Yeah, right, Pinnacle Baseball right there. 92 Score Baseball. Leaf 1992. Man, it's going to be fun. 1992 baseball right there. Line Drive pre-rookies, AAA cards right there. So I will be doing that this week. Also, one of my buddies, I had sent him, so I grew up with him. We both worked at the golf course when we were younger, and he lives in Virginia now. And I see maybe it was a once a year for a while, but we're not doing that golf outing anymore. But we are doing one a little bit later this summer in Michigan. And he had a bulging disc issue in his back. It's tough getting old, folks. But I sent him and some of my other friends from Michigan a video when the Cubs did beat Detroit. I think they only won one game in that series. But I sent them the Cubs win video. It's like, what's your address? And he sent me this huge box, and he says it's sports cards in here. So I'm going to do that this week. Now, with Dusty, you never know. I mean, there could be something living in here, so I was kind of listening for a while. He's always a jokester, but I think nothing in here is alive, so it was okay to keep it sealed here for a few more days. I finally found, I was talking with Hammy about the top loader binders. Look at another huge binder. I finally found one that will house my Brett Favre Flight to 420 collection. That's the lowest numbered one I have right there. The number 2 card, so looking forward to doing that. And also, it was a long homestand. And I feel like the first couple of days even, it was kind of cooler out. Still not trusting the summer weather here in Chicago. But those last 4 games, like, I would, and not all the guys do this because it weighs everything down, but I would try to keep the beers as cold as I could. I would get these XXX bags, like Ziploc bags, and I would just fill those things with ice. Every couple innings, got to go somewhere else and get the ice. But hey, the fans appreciate having a cool beverage. I'm like, let's do something a little bit fun. Made some decent money during that time. So I love seeing Lively did it. One of those spending challenges. Now, I don't sell a whole lot of cards on eBay or in general at all. I may trade some stuff, but I was like, I want to try doing one of those. So here's what I found at a restock, I think on Thursday or Friday of this week. I should have had everything together. And with kind of like discounts and stuff, I think it's just over $100. So I don't want to say make my money back, But, you know, what can we get out of these cards? Now, if it's a PC card, obviously I'm going to keep it. We got one, again, this is first wave stuff. First time this Target had any of these products. We got a blaster. We've got 3 fat packs. And 2 blasters of Select Football. We're going to do that this week as well. I think that's all the things. Now, earlier in the week, I was feeling feisty. And whenever I take the boys out to the pond, it was Jackson, some of his friends, like, they never want to leave. So one of the things I'll do is, okay, last hour we're here. It's a fishing challenge. Me versus you guys. The losers have to buy the winners either Slurpees or a pop, the gas station, wherever. So I'm like, you guys better bring some money with you. A couple bucks. I mean, a fountain pop these days, Polar Pops, $1.08. So you guys can scrounge that up. So here is the winning fish. So I'm out here fishing with the boys. Here's the winner right here. 3 of them versus me. I was down 2 fish to 0, and I caught the last 3 fish here in, take a look at that one. Decent sized fish right there. Caught the last 3 fish in the last hour here to take the lead. We'll put this big boy back in here though. Let's put him back in. Grow even bigger, buddy. There he goes. There he goes, jets away. Now, those fools over there, they got about 15 more minutes. So I better get another hook in the lake to pad this lead. Let's go. All right, we're back. So here we go. Downtown time again, folks. Can we go back-to-back on downtown rips? You do see here some cards that are special to me in the background right here. I don't know if I show this one or not, but I did pick it up at our card shop not all that long ago. 39 out of 49 Golden Arms. I want to get that Brett Favre one as well. Got this from Brad in his break right there. Got that one from BC. I think I've shown those cards off as well. And then also the Teacher of the Year. And most recently, a card that I pulled. Not too shabby right there. But let's see if we can get a Green Bay Packer version of that one right there. We're also, I looked for the most damage hanger in the bunch, and I came up with that one there to see what those are all about. Not part of the spending challenge, but here we go. Looking for a downtown or cards that will help me complete my set. Wrong Washington Commander right there. My wife is yelling at me for something. I got to go out there and clean the gutters next, folks. I mean, it's hot outside. We got to clean those gutters. The whirlybirds get in there. And then when you have some rain, they start to grow stuff. So you want to get the whirlybirds out before you have a garden in your gutters. And I was definitely putting off. Pretty much all the whirlybirds are down now. So you got to get up there before we get some big rains. The joys of owning a home. Come on, let's get it downtown. All right, here we go. DJ Moore, Kenneth Walker, Diamond Hands, Xavier Worthy. I suppose Jax will be excited about that one. Make him happy, I suppose. Not a lot of Green Bay Packer news since the last time we talked. I think I talked about Bo Melton last time, doing some snaps on defense. Josh Allen, Brandon Ayuk, Javon Baker, Michael Pratt in the Tampa Bay. I think that Michael Pratt was the most conversation of any Packer player this year. What team is he actually on? Yeah, not much going on. No, there was some stuff with 23 about how he left. I think he did sign with the Ravens, and man, perfect timing, I guess. But Jair Alexander and Kyle Hamilton in the same backfield, that's going to be pretty impressive right there. And a lot of stuff came out that Jair wanted to stay with the Packers, would have signed for less money. And his dad was saying that what the Packers offered was not like a realistic offer at all, which I kind of believe. Packers, they will unfortunately do that kind of same thing with Aaron Jones. They wanted to keep him, but what they offered Aaron Jones was not a good offer at all. And it kind of, there's a lot of examples, but going back to Jordy Nelson, he wanted to stay with Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers, want to play with his guys. His family loved Green Bay. His wife did not want to move. But the Packers offered him, I think, 1 year, $2 million. And Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams were like, you can't do that. Like, you are way better of a player than that. So I think Jordy signed for maybe, I think it was 2 years, and it was like $14 million with the Raiders. Just crazy that they do that sometimes. Definitely drives me crazy. So nothing marinated out of that pack with me holding it there. So, all right, last chance. We may not even, I think maybe possibly Kyle Hamilton's a Pro Bowler. But, okay, we did get one Pro Bowler, Xavier McKinney. There we go. Jalen Carter. It's almost like that Cowboy's disappearing there. It's like a ghost. Admiration. Chop Robinson. Shout out to BC, one of his cards. It would not be a rip if you don't get a Troy Franklin. So hopefully I need a lot of these cards for my set, because that was a bad blaster of optic football right there. I got it downtown last time, so you can't get them every time. That would definitely cheapen the deal with them. So home run challenge contest. I'm creeping up the leaderboard. I had another good week. I had Bobby Witt times 2. He had 2 home runs, so 4. I don't think BC had any home runs at all. So I think I'm only 6 behind, and I was like 22 behind like 4 or 5 weeks ago. So definitely catching up to him, pulling all the right strings. So I'm going with Francisco Lindor for this week, and I have him as a times 2. Gonna do a little giveaway. Gonna have a chance for a giveaway and a drawing here. Those of you out there, and it has to be in by, if it could be in tomorrow, but today's game would not count. What day do you think Francisco Lindor will hit a home run? And if you are correct, if you pick the correct day for Francisco Lindor, you will be entered into the giveaway. But you got to have that one in by Tuesday, before Tuesday's game. And obviously, if he hits one tonight, Monday, tomorrow, you can't say Monday. But I know people already know that, so there we go. All right, see what these fat packs here are all about. So I have now looked at much Series 2 here. And for the home run challenge, it's going to be a little bit rough. Finding guys that can hit home runs. I haven't looked at the full checklist. Juan Soto, that's a guy that's in there. Kyle Tucker, our Cub guy, he'll be in there for the first time having a new uniform on. But Series 2 could always be a little bit light. Not even Cub. I know how these things work out, but it always drives me crazy how players are in the set. Lawrence Butler, Graham likes this guy. I don't think he's doing as well as last year. J plus K Retro Gaming, I can send that out to you in your next package. No, they're happy. Max Fried, these Diamantes, they are pretty sharp, I tell you what. Summertime, Nolan Arenado. So, speaking of BC sports cards, he is, he's desperate. I forget who we picked last week, but I don't think he had, I think maybe he had one home run. But he's picking Nolan Arenado, and they're going against the Cubs. The Cubs need victories. The Cubs need to beat the Cardinals. So I'm a little concerned that BC would take Nolan Arenado, knowing that the Cubs are playing them and needing some wins. So stars of the MLB have definitely been good to me for the home run challenge here. So Jackson Churio, Colby Mayo, Yamamoto, Spencer Strider. So not really many home run hitters in there. Sal Frelick. I was looking at, I think it was Twitter. Twins Twitter or Twins X, or whatever you want to call it. And they were having, when the players were up, it was talking about and they would make spoof information, and they were saying under Sal Frelick, it was something about When your friends have ice cream, there's no free licks. And they said free lick. It was much funnier when I read it on Twitter than me repeating it. Jamer, he can hit a few home runs or two. I mean, it's going to be tough in these Series 2 boxes. Bo Naylor. Elias Diaz. I think he hit a home run the other day. I was looking to pick him up in fantasy. Javi, he can hit a few home runs. Woo, man, that was weak, folks. I mean, that was a weak hanger, weak blaster, but what are you going to do? Everyone have a great week, and I'll see you a couple times this week. Class is dismissed.